Yeah.
Okay, Dr. Ko, could you share a little background information about Opportunity Village Eugene and the pilot community nursery project there?
Sure. So Opportunity Village Eugene is a transitional micro-housing community for the unhoused individual in Eugene, Oregon. So this village has about like 30 tiny houses units with a common bathhouse and yurt and outdoor kitchen. Um, and it's currently located in the city-owned property, but is scheduled to move to another location pretty soon this spring because the land lease is expiring. So the mother organization is the Scale One Village, which is a nonprofit organization that address a lot of housing issues related to housing issues for the unhoused population. So in Eugene specifically, so they have been running this village over 10 years. So as you can see, the bird's eye view, this village has a lot of impervious cover and very little trees or any kinds of like green space because it is temporarily located in a city-owned property, like empty vacant lot. And everything needs to be movable because it's a transitional housing community. So these tiny houses usually don't have enough insulation to bear a lot of like high temperature or extreme weather. So those villagers are vulnerable to those kind of extreme climate weather condition. And even we can't really plant anything because everything needs to be movable. So there are a couple of planters, but that haven't been fully utilized. Oh, and you can see this huge building on the south side of the village. So this building significantly block the sunlight, especially in the winter time. So it also affect the microclimate condition of the village, that it makes especially the Conestoga huts here very cold and humid. So people are experiencing a lot of mold in these units. So the star is the location of the Opportunity Village, and the map is showing the urban heat island effects in Eugene in a hot day in August 2016. And, no surprising that the OVE is located in the one of the hottest spot in Eugene. And usually in the West Eugene and Northwest and West Eugene is the part that experience most environmental justice issues. And the village itself is surrounded by railroads, warehouses, and a lot of like impervious cover. So as the Department of Landscape Architecture, what we came up with was this community nursery project, which is about why don't we bring in then a lot of greening, modular greening to the village so that it can be movable at some point, but the villagers can still enjoy the green amenity while they're growing trees. And these trees can be sold for revenue generation for the village so that it can also economically sustainable. So that was the basic foundation of the concept. So since 2019, through various courses from the Landscape Architecture Department, we have been engaging directly with the community member through various co-design workshop and planting workshops, and students share their idea with the villagers by doing their final presentation at the village and collecting the ideas from the villagers and then incorporating it for the next projects. So one of the projects that we have focused on so far was the gray water planters, which means that when we are growing trees, the trees require a lot of irrigation. So the amount of the water can be burdensome to the community. So and also these transitional housing communities and a lot of rest stops for unhoused people need to haul away their used gray water to the other side. That can be also a lot of burden. So the idea was about how we can reuse this slightly used gray water to filter, and through the filtering, we can also irrigate these trees at the same time. So the assistant professor, Corey Russell, and the students developed this idea and then implement this idea at OVE from the shower room. So this is a picture of the students from the Design for Climate Action class that are actually designing and building these gray water planters. And also, in addition to these gray water planters, we also had many planters around it across all the village to distribute those trees in the village. And you can see the students and the villagers are working together to plant trees. And also we had a local horticulturalist who helped training us and also learn how to take care of those trees after planting. And we also did, students did a lot of art engagement by co-designing and making this this signage. And so that was also very well received. And the villagers really enjoyed the process of engaging. And so we also made some furnitures with the villagers. So after the CNC 3D printing, and the villagers painted these chairs for their resting area. So the villagers said that this they also feel the sense of accomplishment through this process by making the trees for their own use. And this was an outdoor space, shade structure for the village, and with all these trees, we made a nice resting area, reflecting the request from the villagers that they need more outdoor resting space, especially during the pandemic. And also the team developed the urban agrivoltaics, which is a new technology that trying to do urban agriculture under the solar photovoltaics. So students design and build this vertical farming structure with solar PV on top and making as a greenhouse so that the villagers can harvest all year round. Oops. I think this was the end of the,
Thank
yeah,
you.
you can cut.